Show, featuring our band, Ben Olson.
Hi, Big Ben.
BGB.
BGB.
And this is Rod Lewis.
How you doing?
And I'm Chip Hardy. Ben, I was back at your desk today, and I couldn't help but notice this. Trevor, I don't know if you can zoom in on this or not.
Is that the minuscule?
It's the lifestyles of the poor and infamous. But I guess I am proud of Ben for at least having these around. and I'd like to share some words of wisdom with Ben.
Oh, please do, Chip.
About lifestyles of the poor and infamous. Cover your stump before you hunt. Before you attack her, wrap your whapper. Don't be silly, protect your willy. And no blood, no love.
No love.
We've got a great show for you this evening.
Hell yeah.
Our Music Row executive, Tim Hunzy.
Tim Hunzy.
BMG Music. And our special guest artist, our own Benjamin Olson.
It's true with me.
We'll be right back, and we hope you will be too.
Previously on The Berry Hills. Rod and Chip continued their journey down the highway of success when the Lewis and Hardy Show's ratings began to skyrocket, giving them more fame and fortune beyond their wildest dreams. The bearded man began to plot a way to stop the Lewis and Hardy Show from its rise to the top and thwart their enterprises with a gaslit gob of gregarious greed. Meanwhile, Ben continued his quest to write the perfect song, to no avail. And now, the continuation of The Berry Hills.
Congratulations, Rod.
Congratulations to you, sir.
Man, the Lewis and Hardy Show, the #1 show that's broadcast from a studio in Berry Hills.
Awesome. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought, man?
Entertaining as you are, I mean, who would
Well,
have
and you, hell, man.
Wow.
I'll tell you.
Wow.
God. You gonna get that, Rod?
I guess. Why don't we go get some good help?
I don't know, that lazy Leslie, man. You just...
Yellow.
Enjoy your success while you can. A little birdie told me that someone is coming to take it away.
Who was that, Rod?
I don't know, Chip. Someone or something is out to get us. They told little birdie everything.
About the show?
I think it's about the show. We can't stand around and let them take everything we worked so hard for.
No.
Gotta do something.
Was it someone threatening the show?
Seems like it.
I think I know just the person that we need to go see about this.
Cool.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Phase 1 of my gaslit gob of gregarious greed is complete. Now on to Phase 2. Take over the Lewis and Hardy Show and become the new kings of late night Nashville Demo Studio YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, boss, we're gonna be stars. I can see it now. The lights, the love, the laughter, and the man.
Enough! To the stash copter.
That's it. Staring at the wall will win a staring contest, 'cause the wall don't have eyes. Walls don't have eyes. Next time, who is Chip going to in this time of trouble? And will Rod be able to get a whiskey drink when they get there? Will the bearded man succeed with his tenacious takeover of the Lewis and Hardy show? Will Ben ever write his perfect song? Find out next time on the Berry Hills.
Welcome back. Would you welcome, straight from Music Row, our special Music Row guest this evening, originally from Knoxville, Tennessee, Tim Hunzy.
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. Tim, how are you?
He's Chip.
Well, I think I stated in my ride that the only reason I'll get up here is if Ben will do the shot of whiskey with me, so I'm holding him to the task.
Oh, yeah.
Ben, come
Are
on.
you ready now?
Oh, yeah,
Never
it's on.
challenge.
I
This
got
is a complete shock. I had no idea you wanted to do a
You didn't see
shot.
the setup?
This is such a
Here you go,
surprise.
buddy.
Cheers to you,
All
sir.
right, man.
Thanks for
Cheers.
joining us
Thank you
on
for the theme song. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Don't get lonely.
Woohoo! At least it's Gentleman Jack.
Never challenge Ben to a shot of any kind of alcoholic beverage because he will take it.
And he will win.
Wow, this chair is like intense.
Well, it is. It's real. It's what was it? Fine Corinthian leather.
Oh, Corinthian leather.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's do this chip party. What you
Well,
got?
give us a little brief history on how you got in the music business, where you're from.
Poor score and 7 years ago. All right. Brief history. 1993, I interviewed with a Jeff Twill at Great Cumberland Music Group and Richard Perna, as you know, and I got hired on with this amazing company that was owned by Bill Ham. We were called Great Cumberland, but it's Hamstein Music Group. Chip Hardy also around that. What time did you start there, Chipper?
Right about the time you did.
Yeah, there you go.
Know each
Fantastic.
other?
Yeah, we. Am I not supposed to know him? All right, let's edit and start all over. Ready? Here we go.
No, it's fine for you to know me.
Why is Jimmy fucking
We won't even discuss what just happened, but let me just tell you,
Everybody is okay.
you should have been here, and everybody survived. Everybody is okay.
All right, so
All right, so Tim, you are from Knoxville, Tennessee. Why did you?
Knoxville.
I'm from Tampa Bay. I was born in Tampa Bay. I lived in Birmingham, Alabama for all of my elementary years, and then my dad moved back to his hometown of Knoxville in 1981. So yeah, technically, I moved to Nashville in '88. Went to MTSU. There you go. Woo, alumni. I did have a 2-year tenure over at UT Knoxville, but I realized my error and went to MTSU and graduated with my recording industry management degree, which I graduated, there was no jobs in the music industry. Funny how that might be. I don't think it's any better now. But I started my own record label. That was minorly successful, which led to me also getting my job at Hamstein, Great Cumberland.
Mm-hmm.
And that company has been bought and sold now 4 times, and that has led to me working with this exact same catalog and multiple writers and bosses to BMG. And I have just started officially as a BMG employee as of January 1, 2011, and it's great. It's a new adventure for me.
So you've really been with basically the same catalog your whole tenure.
Absolutely. I have oddly been with the same thing, and that is definitely unique considering I've been purchased 4 times now. So I have no idea. There's no secret to that success except that I always say I know the most and I'm the most underpaid. So maybe that works. I don't know. Do not get in the music business for money. Get into it because you love what you do.
Amen.
And you can ask my wife about that.
No truer words were ever spoken.
That's true.
All right, Hardy, what else you got? This is getting interesting now.
Do writers and writer artists, in your opinion, need to co-write, even if they're great co-writers on their own?
You're talking in general, like if a writer can write solo or an artist can write solo, should they co-write?
Yes.
Well, here's
How,
what
and how important is that?
I think what I've always told guys, like I've learned through experience, that sometimes people that write solo, that if I sign them because I love what they do on their own, that they should continue to do that. But it took me some time to realize that. But co-writing, what they can learn from co-writing is you can hook them up with more veteran writers that will teach them some more of the craft and mentor them. And I think that's important. But you should never give up your uniqueness that brought you to the table. What the passion and what you bring to writing on your own. And I tend to really like guys that can and girls that bring that to the table that can write solo. To me, I love to hear a song or a writer, and if I love what they're doing, they go, man, I wrote that 100%. You go, oh, because then you know it's them, it's the heart and soul of what they do. And that,
You also, as a publisher, know that means you own a bigger portion of it.
It's true, and I'll just be honest, man. I'm not one of those guys. I've had multiple bosses that tell me I should think differently, but I'm more of a writer advocate than just being a publisher. And it's a lot of times true that you have to look at that, but I look at the song as a whole, and I don't always look at the percentage breakdown and MPS and all that. But I've learned through my multiple years of being in the business that you do have to look at the business side. But no, I don't look at it like that. But yeah, you're right. If you write a song by yourself and you have a hit, you're making a whole lot more money than if you split the publishing. But that I don't really consider that in my thought process.
Okay. Writers seem to think if they could just write with a hit writer, that they would immediately get a cut, they'd have a single, they'd be successful. How true or untrue is that?
Well, that Starbucks is good. I think for the most part that it can be true, but again, I'll go back to the fact of my personal belief is when I work with a writer, I sign them for the uniqueness of what they do. And I've had this conversation with multiple writers in my years of working in the business that I sign them for a specific thing they do. And when you hook them up with a writer, and we work with Brett James. He's a great example. Brett's an amazing writer and has had 11 number ones. Has been ASCAP Writer of the Year multiple times. But you work with these young guys. They go, I want to be Brett James. I'm like, no, Brett's got Brett covered. He knows what Brett's doing. So to me, it's more important to just concentrate. And the word I use all the time is like, you got to stay in the room. You go in a room, you stare at a blank piece of paper, and you're going to create something. So to me, it's more important to go in that day and write what's going to come out that day and stay in the room. And I love the uniqueness of what happens. And sometimes when you hook them up, you can take because this will go back to what you said about somebody that writes solo or does what they do. You can take what they do and put them in a room, and you have drivers in a co-write, and you have more passengers, or somebody that might be given some direction, but there's always going to be a driver in a co-write. And sometimes when you get them with these hit songwriters, and I don't mean this as a negative, but they know what they're doing, but the song will come out sounding like whoever that, the Craig or the Jeff Steele
Right,
or the
whoever that hit
Hillary,
writer
the
is.
dominant
Yeah.
writer, because they'll sit there for a while, but if you're not coming to the table, or you're like maybe shy or not comfortable, once you establish that comfort level, and you can be honest, go, I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't do that, but those guys are in it and they get the business, and they're gonna like sit there for a minute, but they're gonna go.
Right.
And once they hit the trigger, it's gonna be a Brett James song or a Jeff Steele
You're fetching
song.
coffee at that point.
Yeah, and I don't mean that as a negative, but that's just as experience tells me that's what's gonna happen.
That's true.
Or you're gonna get a Craig Wiseman. Does that mean you might not have a hit? No, I mean you could have a hit. These guys know what they're doing, but Is it you as an artist or you as that young writer? No. But again, I'll clearly state these guys have skills that you'll learn
Right.
and you'll pick up that will help develop and that's the mentor side.
Exactly.
And I'm going to take off on this for a second. My thing with Nashville right now is I don't know if I feel like in my days at Hamstein, we always had a nice contingency of hit songwriters, and then we had a group of developing writers. And I see this starting to happen with BMG, which excites me with my new company, is that you have these groups that are having hits, and they're excited to get with these young guys you're signing because of what they do, and they'll mentor them up. And again, Chip and I have worked with that, and you see like the young guys and the established guys talking and discussing. You'll go hang out in the like coffee room or the kitchen.
Yeah.
And they're talking songs, and you hear them talking, well, you wouldn't do that, or this is how this does. This is all apprenticeship. What we do is an apprenticeship. And what we need to get back to is like realizing what we do as a genre. That what we bring to the table, this is Nashville, and it's still known universally. And I get this because my stage 3 days into the BMG days, we are international. And the Nashville office has brought in larger portions of money than my contingencies in the UK or the pop world.
Right.
And it's awesome to see the mentorship happen and to see the people discussing the art. And that's why I get into it, the passion of the art of what the music is. And that is what I think is important. And I know in the 90s, when I was working, and you were working with Tom and Shapiro and Tony Martin and Mark Nessler, and there's a whole group of them, and they were bringing up these young writers. They would really sit and discuss the passion that they had for songwriting and what they need to do. You can't put money on that. That's like getting a PhD. You know?
It is.
Absolutely.
It really is. Well, what's your advice for a non-professional writer out there? What should they be doing to hone their craft, to get better as writers?
Well, first and foremost, I always say when I'm working with somebody and they might turn in some songs and I see a skill set that means they can write a song. You obviously have the basic skills of chorus, verses, bridges, lifting, melodies. Study like anything. Like if I was a writer, I would read every book I could, or a playwright. You go see plays. I've more than one time grabbed a bunch of CDs and handed them, even to pro writers, and said, "Go listen to this, and pay attention to what they're saying and what they're doing." And the biggest part of that is really seeing what's current. You do, and I'm speaking commercially, not if you're an artist or a band and you're going for something different. Again, that's the art side. I clearly speak to my writers on two sides. There's art and there's business. And my job is to make what you do commercial and make money. Otherwise, I'm not making a living, you're not making a living, nobody's making a living. So if you want to be a country writer, a pop writer, whatever writer, you need to know that current situation and stay on top of it. And I can't express that enough. Grab all of it. Listen to all of it. Yes, right now we're in country music, it's a very radio-driven market right now, and you got to write for that. And I can't express that you will learn so much. Those are your textbooks. Those are what you're going to do. Invest your money. Invest, not download, unless it's through iTunes. You're paying for it. Invest in what you're doing. I spend quite a bit of money every month, still personally, in CDs and music, and I can get them for free. But why? I want to put my money back. When I go to a show, I could reimburse that. I could go for free, get on the guest list. I don't want to be on a guest list. I want to pay you for what you do. So you need to put your money and really invest in your own career and listen to what's going on. Because I can't tell you the number of times I've listened to something and they're not getting, and I got to go, well, I hear what you're saying, but are you listening to what's current in the marketplace? Right now, strictly hardcore traditional country music, I can't commercially do anything with that.
Right.
And not that I don't love it, not that that's a problem, but if you want to be a commercial songwriter, get a staff deal, you have to be current.
Right.
And you got to listen to what's in
That's
there.
great advice, Tim. It's
And I
great
learned that
advice.
from our old boss, Richard Perner.
Yep.
He bought every hit record that was in the top 10 of every genre and listened to it. And I personally still try to do the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yep, he sure did. He sure did. All right, we're going to move on now to a little segment called Chub or Snub.
Oh, I think I need some more Starbucks from this. Do we need another shot for this bit? I'm scared.
Now, Tim, this is a word association game,
I love it.
and you
You
have
help
to.
me out with this one?
No. This is strictly for you,
Just for me.
Just for me.
Man,
and you have to
turn it
answer.
off, man.
You have to answer fast.
Someday.
You have to answer fast.
All right, fast.
Chub or Snub?
Because I know I've seen people do this and they haven't been as quick. I'll be fast.
Okay.
Well, do we have
So-
a buzzer?
So does
Jimmy,
this
you got the
give
buzzer?
you a
Does
chub,
she have the buzzer?
or would you give it a snub?
Okay.
Are you ready?
What? Okay, define chub and snub.
Chub is good, snub is not.
All right, I
Okay?
was just checking.
All right. Number one, Merle Haggard.
Oh, definitely a chub.
Number two, Coors Light.
Oh, chub.
Number three, Kelly Pickler. Oh, he's in trouble now.
Chub.
Lisa, are you watching? Lisa?
I love Kelly Pickler. She's hilarious.
Number four, Lisa, I hope you're watching. Nickelback.
Oh, chub. Hey, they write great rock songs. Chad, love you.
Number five, Lynn Gann.
Love you, Lynn. I had to have a snub in there
Now,
somewhere.
you know Lynn's probably going to be a guest.
Lynn's one
on
of
this show.
my Turk brethren. He knows I love him.
Oh, my goodness. Number six.
You should have said Sebastian. He's still probably around here somewhere.
Well, he's not on here.
Not too
Six, unsolicited material.
That's a neat. What's like in the middle?
Okay. So that's not a chub or a snub.
Get a nub.
I'll be honest. 90% of what I get turned in unsolicited, not good. Sorry, it's just a reality.
All right, this next one Jimmy put on here specifically because it's one of her favorite people. Number seven, Taylor Swift.
I got nothing. Taylor Swift is good for my market.
Stated like a true professional, Tim.
Amen.
And number eight, this show, complete with the Ben Olsen Band.
Well, since you threw Ben in, it's gotta be a chub. Woo! And I'm gonna go back to Taylor. She's a hell of a songwriter. All right, there you go. What else you got?
Big feet.
She's
That's it?
what?
Big feet.
Big what?
Very big feet.
Feet.
Yeah, there's one last question, and you have to answer
Is this
this.
how much I love Chip?
Hey,
Well, do you?
Chip was one of my first mentors and gave me a job. Yeah, I love Chip.
and you have to answer this honestly, Tim.
Oh no.
Confessions. Any confessions that you'd like to make here tonight and get off your chest? It's kind of like a 12-step thing.
Is it just about music business or just in general, Chip?
Yeah, it could be about anything. Anything in your life.
Why'd you know, Chip? I'm a deacon within my church, so I confess regularly to everything I do. So I don't really have any confessions, man. You know.
Oh, you
If I
can
had-
have one thing. Come
If
on.
I had to confess this week, I would say I work too much and I haven't been home to my family. There you go. That's a confession.
That's
It's
a
all
confession.
sappy, but it's true.
That's a confession.
I have not been home one day early, and it's even late tonight. So yeah.
Thank
But I
you.
love what I do.
Thank you for being with us.
Anytime,
And-
Chip.
I ask you to stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
You'll be seeing a special advertisement from Jimmy.
Do I
And
get my theme song again?
right after that, we'll be back
He can't
with
remember
our
this.
special musical guest, our very own Benjamin Olsen.
Theme song, Ben. Theme song.
Yes!
unsigned, independent songwriter, artist, or composer, and want to get your music heard by record companies, publishers, film and TV music supervisors, or ad agencies, then you need to get on over to taxi.com and check us out.
The Adventures of Dead Matt, yeah. I was tumbling down this prairie road. The old man told me about the hills filled with gold. A passerby with a broken wheel pointed at the sky. He said, "Know how you feel. One brings you up, takes you down. It's all we have in this town. It's been 10 years since I've been home. I can't remember feeling this alone. Whiskey and weed, you got the best of me. I'm drowning in the barrel. You bring me to my knees. Whiskey and weed. I travel light and rolling slow, just out of sight. It's the only way to go. Up from the valley before the dawn, to see the light that helps me carry on. Whiskey and weed, you got the best of me. Drowning in the barrel. Bring me to my knees. Whiskey and weed. Can we stay together? You're all that I need. Whiskey and weed, you got the best of me. Drowning in the barrel. Bring me to my knees. Whiskey and weed.
Today's tip is on making your audio demo presentation sound professional. Your recording should be clear and bright. The vocals should be clear and out front enough that listeners can understand all the lyrics. The demo should contain musical signature, licks, and hooks, even if it's just a guitar, vocal, or piano vocal demo. The singer should make a listener believe your lyric, and the presentation should contain some sort of an emotional connection with listeners. It's the emotional connection that make people want to listen to songs again and again, and it's also the reason they remember them. So that emotional connection is very important. Hope it helps. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Well, thanks, Ben.
Thank you, Chip.
That's awesome.
Rod.
Good to see you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Rod.
Thank you, Chip.
Ben, tell us a little bit about your music.
Well, you know, I'm from Schnickery, Alabama, and Schnickery.
I love Schnickery.
It's a good place. It's, you know, you can't go anywhere without going through there, and I got to thank my mom and pa in Schnickery. And honestly, you know, I just am a guy that plays some notes on the guitar and sings some other notes that don't
Very few
necessarily.
notes.
Yeah, and they don't necessarily match up with the notes I'm playing on guitar, but you know, I am a guy, and I play notes. And I'm thankful that you all found me on the streets, on the side of the highway, and brought me here to be the band, the house band at the Lewis and Hardy show. It's an honor, and I appreciate you having me here.
Well, tell us about any song, any key.
I can sing any song in any key. It's a God-given vocal ability. I'm thankful for it.
We heard that today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
I think you sang one song in many keys.
Yeah.
Are you insulting me?
No, I would never think of insulting you. But we'll be right back.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
And now it's time for air. Air. Thank you. Well, Rod, once again, we've tripped the light fantastic.
We have tripped the light
And it's
fantastic.
the end of another show.
It is, sir.
And tomorrow is a new day.
It is.
So I want you to go home and get some sleep
I'll try.
and have a little hair of the dog tomorrow morning.
I will.
And Ben, I want you to go home and tune your guitar.
Please. I'll think about it. I'm not a big fan. Try. I'll think about it.
And I'm going to go home and sit on my waterbed. Good night. And we'll see you soon.
Good night.
Chip and Rod have said all they're going to say, and now it's time to go.